What's howlin' dog lovers, it's Zach from the Pampered Pup. In this video I'm going to compare the Wagz and the Halo collar. These are two GPS dog collars that allow you to create invisible fences for your pup. I'll share my experiences with setting up and using the fences, how they performed in field testing, and other benefits that they have to offer for pet owners. I always like to give you guys a quick answer at the start here, and this is a bit of a tough one for me. On the one hand, these collars are quite similar, and on the other hand, there are some subtle nuances that might be deciding factors for some dog owners out there. With that in mind, my gut's telling me that the Wagz Freedom Collar is the better choice for most dog owners out there. It's lightweight and compact, and it comes in a bit more affordable than the Halo collar. However, if you're looking for a truly reliable GPS dog fence, then you should check out the Spot On. I'll leave a link to my Spot On review right here, and also in the description of this video. The Spot On is packed with high-end GPS technology that allows it to hold boundary lines in a way that the Wagz and the Halo simply aren't equipped to do. But that doesn't mean you can't boundary train your dog with the Wagz or the Halo, and they have plenty to offer dog owners at a much more affordable price tag. If you do choose either the Wagz or the Halo, make sure to use my links in the description of this video to get the best deal that I'm aware of. Right now I have an exclusive Wagz coupon code for our readers, and I'll always keep those links up to date. Now let's get down to business. We'll start with setting up fences. To get started with either the Wagz or the Halo, you'll need to download their app on your smartphone. In either case, you'll need to sign up for a cellular subscription to use the collar. In the case of the Halo collar, there are tiered subscriptions if you want to unlock a bit more features, but the baseline plan should get you up and running just fine. With the Wagz, there's only one tier. The process for creating fences with the Wagz and the Halo collar is really quite similar. In both cases, you drop fence posts around your desired perimeter on your smartphone. Once it's complete, you can tap and hold the fence posts to adjust the size and shape of the boundaries. Once you're up and running, how the Wagz works is that it will issue a correction once the collars cross the established boundary. Corrections can be any combination of ultrasonic, vibration, or audible tones. The Wagz is a shock-free collar, so there's no static correction option. In theory, the Halo provides 3 stages of feedback. There's warning feedback, there's boundary feedback, and emergency feedback. Warning feedback is activated when the collar is about 7 to 10 feet from the boundary line, and boundary feedback is activated if they continue approaching the boundary after that. By default, warning feedback is an audible fast beeping, and boundary feedback is vibration. If the collar continues past the boundary, it will issue emergency feedback, and that continues as long as the collar is moving away from the boundary line. Emergency feedback is static correction by default, and it's quite strong at the default setting. Check out my Halo collar review if you want to see me get shocked. I'll leave a link to that video right here, and also in the description of this video. So in short, the Wagz is a shock-free collar that simply starts correcting when your dog crosses the boundary, whereas the Halo collar uses shocks by default if your dog crosses the boundary, and it should have some warning alerts built in. So how did the Wagz and the Halo perform in the field? In my experience, the performance of the GPS and the Wagz and the Halo is quite comparable, and unfortunately, in my experience, the locations are a bit jumpy and slow to respond. With both collars, I've made it past the boundary before the collar started responding every time that I've tested them, and in some cases well beyond the boundary. They're also not very consistent with where they start responding, which I imagine could be quite confusing for dogs. And even within the boundaries, both collars often show a large discrepancy between where the app thinks I'm standing and where I'm actually standing. With the Wagz, this performance is something that you can live with, but with the Halo, this means that it often goes right to shocking without issuing any warnings for your dog, which was exactly the case when I was wearing the collar in my Halo collar review. My advice, don't use the Halo collar's fences with the static correction. I don't think it's fair to your dog. It's possible that the Wagz and the Halo collar may perform better under different circumstances that I've yet to try, but that's been my experience on multiple occasions. Even on days with clear skies only 7 miles from downtown Boston. And when I tried them side by side with the Spot On, it was like night and day. The Spot On is so much more reliable. Stay tuned for that video coming right here on this channel soon. So while I think the Wagz and the Halo can be used to create invisible boundaries for your dogs, I think there's a lot of room for improvement. And I also think it was very smart of Wagz to make the Freedom Collar shock-free. So what else is there for dog owners to consider when choosing between the Wagz and the Halo collar? Well, both of these will of course keep track of your dog's location to help you find them if they do run away, and both allow you to issue manual feedback to aid in the boundary training process. Of course, for better or for worse, the Halo collar does allow you to issue static correction, and the Wagz is completely shock-free. I like that the Wagz simply clips onto your dog's existing collar. It's lightweight and compact, and I don't think it's too uncomfortable for your dog to wear. The Halo is a collar in itself, and it looks pretty nice. I don't think it'd be too uncomfortable for your dog to wear. It also has a ring here so you can attach your dog's leash and their tags. The Wagz also has a replaceable battery and it comes with a spare, so you can have one charging while the other one's in use. The Halo has an internal battery, although it seems like it lasts a bit longer than the Wagz. Both collars allow you to establish keep-out zones around your home, with the Wagz tags, which are sold separately, and the included Halo collar beacon. The Wagz also has quite a bit to offer in the activity monitoring department. It counts your dog's steps, logs their walks, and keeps track of their sleep. It even gives a health and happiness score so that pet owners can see at a glance how well their dog's doing. The Halo also also logs walks, but it offers a little bit less in this regard. And while both of these collars do offer plenty of training materials, the Halo collar has Cesar Millan's training modules, so if he's your guy, that might be a thing for you. But again, if you're really looking for a high-performance GPS dog fence, then you want to check out the Spot On. I'll leave my review playing right here. But if you do decide to get the Wagz or the Halo for your pup, remember to use my links in the description of this video to get the best deal that I'm aware of. I'll always keep those links up to date. I hope this helps with your decision, and until next time, keep those tails wagging.